What's up, guys? Roddywalker here. I want to thank you guys for giving me your time just to check out my video today. And also, I'm going to show you guys how I got 3 credit cards in a week. Now, this is nothing special. I know that there's videos out there showing you how to get 3 credit cards in a day. But this strategy worked out well for me because it didn't really impact my credit. And so you could check out my other video, which it talks about My FICO, which is the app that you should be using to check your credit. And as I saw in that app, none of these inquiries really dinged my credit. And if they do end up, it's only going to be like a 5-point ding. So getting 3 cards in 1 week wasn't a bad swing for me. I don't always recommend it, but it might be a good fit, especially if you're in the middle or end game and you have good opportunities to do this. Now, I got all 3 of these cards in different ways. Now, that kind of sounds weird, but I actually used different methods to get each one of these cards. And I'm going to show you how I did it for each one. And that's why I said this is for middle to end game card strategists, people acquiring credit cards. And what that means is you've already established some credit. You might have an auto loan. You might have a couple credit cards, maybe 1 or 2 or more. And you might even have a mortgage. I don't have a mortgage, but I still qualify for this stuff. So what I did first, I'm going to show you the first card that I got. And the reason why I want to show you this is because I upgraded to this card. And if you don't know what an upgrade is, basically an upgrade is where you take a card that you've had for a long time, which I did, and it was just a limit card. It had no bonuses, it had no perks, it had nothing. And so I kept getting an offer from US Bank in the mail. And this is the US Bank Cash Plus, by the way. I kept getting an offer for it, and I was like, man, I want this card, but it's kind of pointless to apply for another card right now. So what I'm going to do is I've been doing some researching and I see that you can upgrade. So they're sending me this card. Why don't I see if I can take my 6-year-old student credit card that I have with US Bank and I upgrade it to this Cash Plus. And I called US Bank up and they said, yeah, we can do that. We can upgrade that for you. So we'll upgrade that for you and you can get the Cash Plus and you can replace that with your student card. Still got to keep the credit history, still got to keep everything. So it was a win-win for me. I got a credit card, didn't have to apply for new credit, get a new inquiry. So for me, that's a win-win. It's basically just product changing, going from this card to that card. And it was a big leap for me. Next card I'm going to go into, which also didn't really affect my credit. I got a hard inquiry for it, so that's the only impact that it did. But hard inquiries, you have to get them to acquire credit. So that's just what it is. But it was the Apple credit card. And what I want to tell you about this is you're not going to get the hard inquiry if you just apply for this. You're only going to get the hard inquiry if you accept it. But I have a video on that, so if you want to check that video out, feel free to check that video out. But I'm not going to go into that anymore. Basically, they gave me a $5,000 limit, and you have to have an iPhone, and you have to apply through Apple Wallet. So, boom, got the Apple card, and it's made out of metal. Isn't that cool? I'm going to flick it. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, it's made out of metal. It's cool. So it's a good way to, kind of flex. It doesn't have crazy cashback rewards, but it's a cool card and it didn't affect my credit. So that was pretty cool about it too. Got to add that on. Now the last one that I got, it was a little impulse buy. I just got it in the mail, so that's why I have my thing still. I don't want to show you my card number. I'm sorry. But yeah, let me just hide that real quick. But this is Hilton Honors. Why is this card important to me and why did I get this one? Because this one was more this card was more out of impulse. So what I did is I just applied for it. And I didn't really even think twice. I just saw that I could get reward points. So I went and I saw that I get $60,000 if I spent $1,000 in 3 months. And that's very simple to do. So I recommend that if you guys want to try that, that would be a great idea for you too if you want to check out the Hilton Honors. It's really for people who travel, who want to use hotel use. So that's what I'm interested in, and that's what I want to do more of. So I highly recommend you guys give that a try. But these were the 3 ways that I got credit cards with very, very minimal hits on my credit. Did it all in 1 week. Very simple. So if you're in the mid-game / end-game strategy, give it a shot. Maybe more mid-game because, you have that credit history average that you're trying to keep or whatever. But like I told you, think of it like a grade in math. if your credit factor is only 10% affected by acquiring new credit, you can still have a 90%, which is an A for credit, if you're getting new cards. You just have to be careful and make sure that you're using your utilization and your payment history. Those are the two biggest factors. All right, guys. Well, that's what I'm going to leave you with today. If you got any knowledge out of this video, I would please love it if you just like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get any new videos or any new updates on the channel. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will talk to you soon.